out of the box or out of the wall, whatever I'm going to call it, we have... Is that a catch? Is that a catch? Anyway, we have side effects. I thought it was sideways. I was like, that's the wrong movie. Side effects. Anyway, this is a Steven Soderbergh movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Jude Law, Rooney Mara, Channing Tatum, and apparently on the back, Peter Travers, which I don't like him as a critic, gave him 3.5 stars. A hell of a thriller. Is this a hell of a thriller, or does it have some side effects that make you not want to watch this movie? Let's find out. Chase the Doctor with Blue Futon, reviewing side effects. So what is this movie about? Pretty simple premise, actually. You have a girl who accidentally murders her husband. Now, when she does it, was it the pill's fault? Was it her just being crazy? And now we are in this cat and mouse chase of who are we going to blame? Are we blaming Pharma? Are we blaming her mental status? Or are we blaming another sexual fling that was from the past? So, do I like this film? Absolutely. This is the same team that did Contagion. If you haven't seen Contagion, it also has Jude Law in it. It's also directed by Steven Soderbergh. Also written by Scott Z. Burns. Fantastic movie. Contagion, I can't think of a negative about that movie. I mean, a pitch-perfect movie is Contagion. Probably one of the better movies of the past 20 years. It's on my top 20 of the past 2 decades. Side Effects isn't as good as that one, but it still gives the right thrills of Jude Law, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Rooney Mara, Channing Tatum of what they are doing, because it is a thriller and a half of, who you should blame. And you kind of feel dirty at the very end of like, should I like this ending? I kind of do, because the right people get the right justice, but then you also have the right things of like, yeah, should it's kind of old. Should Jude Law actually have done what he should have done? So, I'm talking about the positives. I think the thriller aspect in the writing of this movie is crisp. It is sharp. It is witty. It is one hell of a thriller. Even though I don't like Peter Travers, I'll give him that. It is one hell of a thriller when it comes to... Because I watched this. It came out in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong. Or 2013. So around that time frame, I told my mom to watch it. I don't think she was the biggest fan of it, but she loved Contagion too. She said that's the closest medical movie she's ever seen was Contagion. But with Side Effects, I don't think she liked it, and I don't think she liked the Zeta-Jones and Mara storyline, which I do understand that, because that storyline did feel a tad bit forced of what they're trying to do. So I can understand that. But the overall just like pharmacy as what pharmacy. You see what I did there? Scene. It almost sounds the same. I'm a stupid person, okay? I laugh at my dad jokes, okay? But I do think the story itself really shines. The acting, Channing Tatum's not in the movie for that much. So, I mean, he does a good job. Rooney Mara, great job. Jude Law, great job. Zeta-Jones, fantastic job as well. I think the production design is smart. It's witty. Every time Steven Soderbergh directs a movie, I truly enjoy it, except Che. That was just one movie where I just felt like, what you're trying to do, but he did a lot of bad stuff to gays and stuff like that. So you're just like, but that's a different movie. Different movie than Side Effects. If I had to give one negative about this movie, I do think it could drag in some scenes what you're trying to do. It feels like if you took off about 5 to 10 minutes, it would have been a way crisper movie, and it would almost be like a perfect, just like Contagion. But it did drag in some scenes of what Jude Law is trying to do. And I understand his whole thing is trying to get his license back. But at a point, you got to be like, yeah, maybe I'm not going to. And I do feel like where this storyline is going, there was some storylines with the cops that might not have worked as well as it probably is on paper. And the very end, how it concludes, I also wonder if that is what would happen in real life, especially with everything happening in this movie about his past, about, did he sleep with someone from the past? Or, would she actually be in that situation? Would she have just defied Jude Law's, orders, if you want to put it that way? Is Catherine Zeta-Jones, would she have been that way? Would she have fallen for the trap? So there is some stuff at the very end where even though if you cut like 5-10 minutes from the middle of the movie, the end movie does feel a tad bit rushed, if that makes any sense. But overall, Side Effects, watching the second time, I still enjoyed the living heck out of this movie. It was a fun thriller, and even though I've watched it before, I can kind of see you watch this again just for shits and giggles. Like, seriously, that good. So side effects will receive a 4.5 out of 5 with Futon. He goes at 90%. So let's see the critics' news scores gave this one. So critics at 81% with 227 of them. Audience score 70% with over 50,000. Here's critic consensus. A smart, clever thrill with plenty of disquieting twists. Side effects is yet another assuring effort from director Steven Soderbergh. Have to agree. So 81, 90, 70. Chase Ark with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things Futon told you. Futon, they want a great day. I don't care if you watch Tate tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I love every single one of you. And you might be wondering, hey, Chase, do you take any pills? No, I'll take maybe some Tylenol if my head hurts, maybe some Advil if my joint hurts. But, like, am I on drugs? Like, antidepressants? No. High blood pressure? No. Diabetes? No. I'm pretty healthy, I would say. Am I?